All right, let me explain an aspect of the matrix that people fail like to see in this reality we're living in. We're living in the fear matrix, and what they did to us is make us afraid of everything natural. Like we're afraid of germs. We are afraid of like unwashed grapes. You know, people have to wash, everything, and people are afraid of just, um, the sun. And like I talk about a lot, and people are afraid of just everything like natural, and they would be, rather be in an unnatural setting with a bunch of plastic and stuff all over the place. So we live in this society that is completely unnatural, and because we are polluters and we're completely unnatural, we're afraid to venture out in nature because we're afraid to live without the system that we're dependent on. Now check this out. Now the system that we're dependent on is the medical system, especially the pharmaceutical industry. A lot of us are hooked on these drugs and we're afraid to venture away from them in search of holistic. They actually made and like demonized holistic practices, holistic medicine, because they want you to be dependent upon pharmaceutical. They demonize everything natural. When in actuality, the truth is everything you need is out there in nature. Okay, so the reason why no one goes out there is because people are afraid to live without the system, protection of the police, and all these little comforts and joys and stuff they pay taxes for. Look, the Earth is very, 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 very big. It's actually bigger than they actually make it out to be. They've lied about the maps. The maps don't really even get close to describing how big this planet actually is. They hide a lot of it. They made a lot of old maps back in the day, and they were amazingly different, and they showed some truth. A lot of so you can look at a lot of different old maps online, but saying that to say, there's a lot of space where the way you exit the matrix. This is how you do it. I'm gonna tell you. This is very simple. You find some land away from every fucking body. You find some land and get away from everyone. Where the government can't find you, nobody can find you because no one's going to venture out there. That's the way to freedom. Take you, and you can take 100 people, and you all can create Zion, you can create Jerusalem, you can create wherever. You can create anywhere on the planet. You just got to figure out a way to break free from the fear matrix of living in nature. Because guess what? If you read the Bible, read scripture, people like John the Baptist, they wore Essenes. And the Essenes were the third or fourth sect, third sect, I believe, of Judaism. And they were all about living in nature. So John the Baptist was in the wilderness, and he ate locusts and honey. He figured out how to have he figured out how to get a simple way of life, like eating some honey or something like that. Because actually, honey has a lot of nutrients, and he ate locusts for his protein. And he found a way to be one with the earth without destroying it, and he lived free and completely free from the matrix until he caused too much noise, and they had to kill him. But that was the way out, is to actually be called out. So the real church is actually the called out one, the ecclesia. And the ecclesia means you called out to the wilderness. You go out to where no one's living, and you are living completely free from the matrix. That's what that means. Because at that time it was the Roman Empire, and they were showing people a blueprint in the Bible. There's a blueprint in there to show you that the way you escape these matrices that they build is to actually go live in nature. It's to go live in a natural setting away from the big major cities, and seldom is someone going to venture out there and try to find you. So that's the way you escape the matrix. I just want to quickly talk about that on this talk here. All right, be blessed.